Imagine driving from Copenhagen to Hamburg in just 2.5 hours, sipping your coffee without worrying about ferry schedules or seasickness. Sounds like magic. It's engineering. Beneath the tranquil surface of the Baltic Sea, an audacious project is quietly taking shape: the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel. Stretching an impressive 18 kilometers, it's set to be the world's longest immersed tunnel. But don't be fooled by the concrete and steel. This is a bold leap toward a smarter, faster, and greener Europe. The spark, where it all began. The dream of connecting Denmark and Germany across the Fehmarn Belt has been around longer than disco music. Since the 1960s, ferries faithfully shuttled cars, trucks, and people across the 18-kilometer strait between Rodby, Denmark, and Puttgarden, Germany. But ferries, for all their charm, have their limits. They're slow, capacity-constrained, and frankly, not eco-friendly. By the late 20th century, economic ties were tightening, Europe was integrating, and the ferry seemed well outdated. After years of studies and discussions, Denmark and Germany signed a treaty in 2008 to build a fixed link. Cue the applause and the paperwork. The project wasn't just about convenience. It was about reshaping the future of European transport. Leaders envisioned a faster, greener corridor that would boost competitiveness and regional unity. What started as a visionary idea quickly transformed into one of the most ambitious infrastructure commitments of the 21st century. Brains and brawn, the tunnel's design. Unlike the Channel Tunnel between the UK and France, which was bored through solid rock, the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel takes a different approach. Immersed construction. Giant precast concrete sections are built on land, floated out to sea, and then dropped into a pre-dug trench. Each section is a mammoth around 217 meters long, 42 meters wide, and 9 meters tall. If that sounds big, it's because it is. Production happens in the world's largest tunnel-making factory, a 220-hectare behemoth in Denmark. That's more than 300 soccer fields in case you're counting. Inside the finished tunnel, 2 double-lane motorways, 2 electrified railways, and a central service passage for emergencies. Talk about a Swiss Army knife of infrastructure. Building a tunnel. The project is managed by Fehmarn AS, a subsidiary of Denmark's Sund & Bælt Holding, with Denmark footing most of the 7.1 billion euro bill, about 7.7 billion USD. While official construction began in 2020, the real action kicked off in 2021 after extensive environmental reviews. First order of business: dredge a massive trench in the seabed. Enter giant dredgers, which scooped up millions of cubic meters of soil, sand, and stone. Then the concrete sections are floated out, aligned with laser precision, and sealed like giant Lego blocks. Meanwhile, roadways, railways, and all the necessary high-tech life support systems are being installed inside. It's meticulous work, like assembling IKEA furniture, except underwater, and your life depends on getting it right. Murphy's Law meets marine engineering. Building an immersed tunnel isn't a Sunday stroll along the beach. The marine environment is unforgiving strong currents, saltwater corrosion, and seabed variations make construction challenging. Precision is key. Misalign a section and you've got a very expensive, very wet problem. The tunnel also has to survive thermal expansion, underwater pressure, seismic tremors, and even potential ship impacts. Because why not throw in some extra drama? Cutting-edge simulation models, reinforced materials, and waterproofing techniques are employed to keep everything safe, dry, and solid. Coordinating labor, standards, and schedules between two countries, Denmark and Germany, adds another delightful layer of complexity. It's like organizing a wedding where the bride and groom speak different languages and the in-laws are the EU. Technology, the unsung hero. The Fehmarn Belt Tunnel isn't just about brute strength, it's also a triumph of tech. Engineers are leveraging building information modeling, a digital twin of the tunnel to manage every brick, bolt, and cable. Automation and robotics play major roles too. Robots handle hazardous tasks in segment production and inspection, reducing human risk and speeding things up. It's like having an army of tireless, precision-obsessed ants, only bigger and a lot more expensive. Factory fabrication of the tunnel segments allows for greater quality control and fewer environmental disturbances compared to traditional boring methods. Plus, it sounds cooler to say, we built a factory just to make a tunnel. In addition to BIM, advanced sensor networks are embedded within the tunnel to monitor real-time conditions once it's operational, ensuring long-term safety. Artificial intelligence tools are being tested to optimize everything from supply chains to concrete curing times. Altogether, the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel is proving that when innovation meets ambition, even the ocean has to step aside. Comparing giants, how does it stack up? People often compare the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel to mega projects like the Øresund Bridge, Denmark, Sweden, or the Channel Tunnel, UK, France. Each of these projects redefined regional transport, but the Fehmarn Belt stands apart because of its full immersed tunnel design. Unlike the Channel Tunnel, bored through bedrock, or the Øresund, a bridge-tunnel hybrid, the Fehmarn Belt is fully submerged, section by giant section. It's faster to build in shallow waters, but demands NASA-level precision. What makes it even more impressive is the sheer size and complexity of the individual segments, each one engineered like a floating fortress. The underwater construction also minimizes disruption to shipping lanes and marine life compared to traditional methods. In every sense, geopolitically and technically, the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel isn't just connecting two shores, it's stitching a stronger, smarter Europe together, one massive concrete block at a time. A boost for business and tourism. When the tunnel opens, life between Denmark and Germany will change dramatically. Driving time across the belt will shrink from 45 minutes to just about 10 minutes. Train journeys between Hamburg and Copenhagen, shortened by nearly 2 hours. This speed boost will supercharge trade, tourism, and labor mobility. Businesses will enjoy faster logistics. Tourists can travel seamlessly. And who knows, maybe Danish pastries will arrive fresher in German bakeries. Beyond faster travel, the tunnel is expected to revitalize regional economies, creating new hubs of investment and innovation on both sides. Real estate, hospitality, and retail sectors are all gearing up for a boom, fueled by smoother and faster access. With every train and car that passes through, the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel will stitch Europe a little closer together, one journey, one handshake, and one adventure at a time. Milestones so far. The Fehmarn Belt project isn't just plans and promises. Real progress has been made. In February 2025, the first two colossal tunnel elements, each weighing about 73,500 tons, basically the weight of 12,000 elephants, were floated from the Rødbyhavn production facility. The dredging work, a Herculean task that removed nearly 15 million cubic meters of material, is now complete. Fun fact, much of this material is being repurposed to create 300 hectares of natural reserves and recreational areas around Rødbyhavn. Green thumbs rejoice. On land, tunnel portals, where the tunnel emerges to meet motorways and railways, have been built on both sides. In September 2024, the German side portal at Puttgarden was successfully flooded, an essential step in preparing for the connection. The next tunnel element will be submerged later this year, keeping the 2029 completion timeline firmly in sight. The road or rail to the future. When the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel finally opens, it won't just be a record breaker, it will be a game changer. By promoting a shift from air and road travel to rail, the tunnel will help Europe cut carbon emissions and meet its climate goals. It's infrastructure with a conscience. The project's scale, complexity, and collaborative spirit will set new benchmarks for future mega projects worldwide. And beyond the steel and concrete, it will bring people closer, tourists, businesses, families, weaving an even tighter European fabric. In the end, the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel isn't just a hole under the sea. It's a bold, inspiring testament to what humanity can achieve when vision, technology, and a little bit of stubbornness come together. In 2029, when the first cars and trains zip through, the applause won't just be for an engineering marvel, but for a future that looks a little faster, greener, and better connected. If you enjoyed diving deep with us, smash that like button and show some love. Don't forget to subscribe for more epic engineering stories and future-shaping innovations. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and drive safely.